Let's take some of these questions. Questions. The Pats pass the ball 3 times. Build and let the other team dictate. Ask Kyle why lets other teams dictate the Niners' best offensive strategy. Yeah! Zyron Jackson, I'm with you, man. That game last night was so dope. I loved it. I love that. It was such a statement. And I really think something weird's going on with Buffalo. That coach is cracking. That team is cracking. What happened with Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer at that post-game press conference, I feel like that something's going on in that locker room, man. That wasn't even about that, because it was embarrassing what happened that game.
Right.
I feel like there's something fractured in Buffalo, and Bill exposed it. Anyway, we don't cover those teams.
Yeah, right. But it is relevant, right? Couldn't you see that happen to like with the Niners? Like you asked that question, and the Niners were like, it'd be so ticked off that you asked that question, because that.
No, I think the Niners are really professional.
Okay. But for me, I think, like I said,
I don't think they would.
A team takes the personality of their head coach, because I think Kyle would take. I think Kyle would have that. So I think eventually,
even Kyle wouldn't do that. That was so unprofessional, man.
Okay.
It was like, I'll remember that. It was like almost like a threat. What are you going to do, dude? What are you going to do? So what? Who cares if Micah Hyde doesn't? Who the hell is Micah Hyde? Jordan Poyer.
Right.
Answer the question or don't, dude. You're just some safety who couldn't stop the run today. You'll be replaced next year. Yeah. What are you talking about?
They ran for 200. They ran for 200 on you when you knew they had to run. You knew they had to run the football.
Answer the question or don't. Mario Gonzalez says, if we make the playoffs, I will be surprised if we do make it. I think we will lose first round either way. I'm ready to see Trey Lance next year. I agree. Now that Debo's got this compromised groin, there's only so much. He really was carrying the team, and his groin hurt his groin in the process. The scary thing for me is that if Lance is everything they say, the 49ers probably win a Super Bowl, which would be amazing, but it will inflate Shanahan's ego to Super Saiyan. That's funny. So Niner fans are like slightly rooting against their own team just because they don't like Kyle's ego. I feel that.
Maybe the 49ers need a dancing banana guy at the stadium.
Is Super Saiyan? That's a Dragon Ball Z reference, right?
Yeah.
It's like all of a sudden you just like turn into like twice the size because you just got so okay.
Yeah,
I like that. I think really the only team that has the weapons and coaching to help Jimmy be a solid quarterback consistently is maybe the Saints, but they don't have the cap space for it, and they already have freaking Jameis Winston, and they have kind of a bad record, so they could draft any quarterback they want.
They just
Winston is the bridge quarterback over there. Why do you need another bridge quarterback? He's not a franchise quarterback.
They just extended Taysom Hill, give him a 10-year contract, or it's not a 10-year contract, a $10 million a year contract.
Sean Walker says Niner Empire DMV. What's up, man? Kyle's theme song for Jimmy, hide in place, little brother. Kyle can't keep hiding Jimmy G's flaws. He has to understand he's the root of our losses when the offense can't score off turnovers from the defense. Yeah, we laid it out, man. If Kyle does such a good job of minimizing and hiding Jimmy, how bad must Trey Lance be for him not to get on the field? I mean, really, man, he can't hand off. It's okay. He wouldn't be as accurate as Jimmy Garoppolo, but he'd give you the big play. You wouldn't have to be as accurate. Right. I'll take big plays. It's so hard.
Trey Lance couldn't hit George Kittle when he was wide open. Yeah. In the wide open play versus the wide open play, the one that Jimmy missed, he couldn't.
Like so people are so wrapped up in like completion percentage and third down conversion rate. First of all, Lance could convert a lot of third downs with his legs, and it's more important yards per attempt, like big plays. There are none in the Jimmy Garoppolo offense if Debo's out. With Lance, there can be big plays all galore. You want those, don't you, Robert? Robert knows what I'm talking about. Ain't that right, Robert?
And when it's fourth and 1, and you run an option play, like the quarterback's actually a threat to run the ball.
Beast Mode Card Player says, are you allowed to ask Kyle Bananahands why he's so hard on the rookie cornerbacks but not on Norman? He would disagree with the premise. How am I hard on the corner? I'm not hard. Robert says, Grant, you're the problem. Kyle going to do the opposite of what you tell him. Trey a bust, and he will put him in to prove you wrong. All right. So I'll tell him Trey's a bust. All right. We'll do that. We'll do like a whole reverse psychology week on Kyle and see if it works. I like that. Kyle's trade value is he now has experience at head coach. Yeah, okay.
You need to have Lombardi on for that week.
Oh. Kyle won't make the change at quarterback because his mind is made up. He has to run a very different offense with Trey. Why can't you run Jimmy Garoppolo offense with Trey? Yeah. I don't know. What's the purpose of trotting out a lame duck bridge quarterback who's 6-6 and won't be here next year? Like, who cares? Enough is enough. Hey Grant, great job not letting Kyle avoid the Lance question on the RPO play. He tried to just talk about the play. Great job bringing it back. Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? I asked the question, like, why did you call this play for Jimmy and not Lance? And he just didn't answer the question at all. I was like, so my question was, and that's when he got, defensive and snippy, but that's good. When a head coach on an NFL team loses his composure and starts acting unprofessional, that's dramatic. So I'll take it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm Team Shanny, but if he ever bounced, Mike McDaniel would fill in great as OC. Not as head coach, though. How much time will Lance take off to get Jimmy's efficacy level? I know you say he gives us a better chance, but we're past growing pains this season. I don't know, man. Probably takes, I don't know. Again, like, how much is Jimmy doing? They would do different things. He wouldn't be as good on the throws on third down. He'd be less accurate, but he'd give you big plays with his arms and legs. And I think offenses with big plays usually are better than offenses without him. It's a grind.
And he should progressively get better each game.
Yeah.
And
so should Jimmy, but he doesn't.
Well, no, Jimmy's 20, was he 27,
30.
28? He's 30 years old. Sorry. 30 years old. Like Jimmy's at where he's at now. Like he's not getting better. Lance is one of the youngest quarterbacks.
I'm 33. Am I at where I'm at?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
I mean, this is like, no, your football career and life career
joking.
are different.
You're right.
I know.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
different levels. You're still like in your, if this was your football career, you'd be in like your third year, maybe, fourth year, something like that.
I'll take that. I like that.
But yeah, so Lance would get progressively better. I think that's what most of us have said most of the years. Why you should start Lance from day one, because he would be a different player now in week 13, week 12 than he would have been at the first game.
Nathan says Banana Hands doesn't believe in Jimmy by trading for Trey and rips on Jimmy on the sideline, but still don't play Trey. Banana Hands. Yeah, man, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. And that's, I think, why Kyle's starting to lose his touch as a head coach. I mean, if we don't get it, how can his players get it? How? I mean, to me, again, I keep coming back to it. That looked like a team that was like, oh, we don't have Debo this week? Oh, we're going to lose. We're going to lose. We're going to lose this game. I mean, they played so uninspired. So uninspired. I mean, so did Seattle, because Seattle really sucks. Really sucks. But the Niners is like, oh, our coach already says it's coming down to the final possession. We don't have Debo. Jimmy ain't so good. Trey ain't ready. Oh, we're going to lose. That's the way it looked like to me. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Anyway. MILF Hunter, take us out. Says every Niner game guaranteed Jimmy interception and missed field goal.
It's not a Grant Cohn show unless MILF Hunter makes comment.
Thank you, MILF Hunter. It's great to see you.